Hello and welcome to Metal Vice, a podcast where we talk about all things music.
Well, the things we care about.
That's right, which is mainly metal music and live music. I'm your host, Brian, joined by the other host,
Karen.
And this is another Encore episode.
Yes.
One we haven't done an Encore for a very long time.
A very long time, yeah.
I think we've only actually done like 3, maybe 4.
Maybe. Basically, an encore is just a subject that's not tied into a concert or tied into something music related that we want to
and even just a bonus episode.
A bonus episode,
yeah. Like an encore, right? Like the encore are the bonus songs after a set. So that was sort of our idea for naming it an encore.
Yeah.
But yeah, a bonus episode. So this one is going to be about a road trip we kind of came up with and wanted to do that we didn't do. So the episode of this, I don't know what it's going to be called. It might be the road trip that wasn't, the road trip that hasn't happened. Because I still want to do a road trip like this.
Yeah, it's just going to be a while before we do it. I think the summer kind of worked out before other plans came up. So it might just be a little bit.
Yeah. I know we have plans for 2026 and we have a big plan for hopefully 2027 that we want to do.
Yeah.
That we want to go back to Europe basically in 2027.
Yeah.
So that's our plan. That's what we're going to try to save for. That's going to be our big trip. And the road trip this year was supposed to be our sort of big trip.
Right. Yeah. That like kind of took a place of our Spain trip last year. Kind of like doing a longer trip that was, just work wise, trying to take off a week and a half.
Vacation, money wise. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So I think we, just from talking over the last couple of years, I think we have different ideas of where we came up with this idea.
I was going to say we should start where we came up with this. What are your memories of where we came up with this?
My memory of having this come into my mind of being like, oh my gosh, we should do this. And originally it was going to be travel out to California and then we were going to fly back. So we were going to like drive out there, see a show every single night in a different town and then fly back. And I had that idea year one on Headbangers Boat when we talked to a guy who took 2 weeks to drive from Alaska to Miami. And he saw shows along the way. And I was like, oh my God, that is awesome.
I do remember that guy saying that. I do remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, that would be awesome. And then I think I told you like, oh, we should do that next summer, which would have been last year, which we didn't do, but drive out to California and back.
Yeah.
Or not back, but fly back.
Yeah. I thought I had the idea. I can't remember. The idea I thought I had was basically, hey, it would be kind of cool to see a show, drive to another city, another location, see another show, and drive and do it again and again and again and again for about a week. The idea being like, when bands tour, they do that. They put on a show, they travel to the next city, put on another show, so on and so forth. So to kind of get that experience for ourselves, sort of like we're not performing, we're not we're not a crew member, so we're not tearing down and setting up. Like that life would be much harder for them than it is for us who are simply just driving and watching a show and driving, right?
Yeah, driving, watching a show, staying at a hotel, driving,
exactly.
watching a show.
Yeah. So it wouldn't be the exact same experience, but it would at least give us an idea, and especially the idea of when you show up to a next city for the show, you don't really get time to explore the city and experience the city for what it has and what it has to offer, right? Yeah. So you hear like, oh my God, they go to Chicago. That's got to be awesome. What do you do when you're in Chicago? I get off the bus and I put on a show and I leave. Like that's what the fuck I do.
Yeah.
Unless there's a gap in between, maybe they get to spend a little time in Chicago or they go to the next city and spend a little time there. You know what I mean? So that was sort of my idea I had. And I thought I presented that to you and we were going to go out west. And the idea was we would start in Chicago, see a show here, go to like Des Moines, maybe Iowa City, even like Omaha, see a show there, then go to like Denver, then from Denver go up to, I think it was Salt Lake.
Salt Lake, yeah.
Because we definitely want to see a show in Salt Lake because we've seen like Rammstein played there in the day and it got shut down at like 9 o'clock because it was curfew or some shit.
Yeah.
So I want to experience a show in a highly Mormon regulated town and see what the difference would be.
Yeah.
And then go from Salt Lake to Vegas and then from Vegas to LA.
Yep.
And end in LA.
Yeah.
Go to all the LA shit because LA is like, especially in the 80s, very metal focused, right? With all the hair metal and whatnot, the Whiskey a Go-Go, the Roxy, all these sort of metal and rock clubs that are down there. So I've never been to LA. You've never been to LA. I figured it'd be fun to check out and for all the history that, it has around metal and whatnot.
Exactly.
So that was sort of the thought. And you had the idea of let's not then drive back home. We'll rent a car, drive out there, and then we will fly home.
Yeah. And I only am saying that because I don't want to do that drive twice. Like, that'd be a long ways.
And also, like, the vacation thing you brought up, like, we don't have the vacation to do 2 weeks off in a row to do something like this.
Yeah. I think we did have that conversation. See, this has been kind of being in the plans for like 2 years. I think we did have this conversation after we talked to the guy on the boat. And I'm sorry, I don't remember his name at all. I just remember talking to him. But then you wanted to do the whole like night, or, you know, like see a show every night. And I was like, let's see a show, have a day off, see a show. That way we make a vacation out of it as well, which extended it to the week and a half.
Which I didn't want to do because I kind of broke away from the experience that I was trying to go after.
Yeah. So I think we had a little bit different idea.
You also had the idea, though, I think this was your idea, to make our final show a festival.
Yes, yeah.
And that was going to be, okay, let's not go to LA then, let's go to like Sacramento and see, what is
Aftershock?
it? Aftershock, right.
Yeah. So, yeah, it kind of changed a little bit as we talked about it. And we had nothing planned. Like, nothing was booked, nothing was planned at that time, so.
Yeah. And then it changed once again after we did the venue tour at Milwaukee Metal Fest 2024.
Yes.
And I can't remember what the whole conversation was about, but I think it was basically we were talking to, I think her name was Gabby, who sort of ran booking or
like
talent
production
work or whatnot.
Something with production.
At the rave. And the guest musician that was touring with us was Zetro.
Yep.
From Exodus.
He was in Exodus at the time.
Yeah. And they were talking, and we were talking to them. We're like, oh, we love Milwaukee. We love coming up here. We know if there's a show, a bit like a tour is announced, we can see it in Chicago. But if it's not in Chicago, there's a 90% chance it's going to be here in Milwaukee. And most of those shows are at the rave.
Yes.
So we love coming up here. And they were basically like, oh, yeah, that's the 30-day, it's like the 30-90 rule. Or is it 90-90 rule?
90-90, yeah, because it was 3 months.
Yeah, or 3 month 90. Yeah,
390. I think it was 390 is what they were saying. It's like 3 months and 90 miles.
Basically, what that is so promoters will not book the same act, at least headlining, I think, in a 90-mile radius within 3 months of the previous show. Because basically, going back to the Milwaukee-Chicago example, that's not a 90-mile gap, I don't think, right?
It's 84 miles or 87 miles, I think. And I only know that because of when our car got broke down. Like, I was trying to deal with tow trucks and they wouldn't tow it over so many miles or whatever.
And it was just like right over that threshold.
Yeah. And then the next one wouldn't tow it over state lines and blah, blah, blah. It was just a shit show. But
yeah, in any case, so like that's sort of where that came up then, is because they're, within that range for sure.
I think with that, so one of our ideas, not your idea, but you kind of came up with it, but one of our ideas was to travel with a band to multiple cities.
Yeah.
Instead of seeing a random show in a certain time period or whatever. And then we kind of shut that down because we're like, no, let's see other bands or whatever.
Yep.
But then also with the whole 90-mile thing was we decided to do a tour. See, I'm saying a tour, doing a road trip that was more condensed to just a few states around us instead of taking the week and a half to go out to California and then have to fly back.
Yeah, like a Midwest tour or something. And then you can go out and do the same thing on like an East Coast or West Coast type thing. Southwest, it was South.
Yeah, it was more of a budget thing for us where we wouldn't have to rent a car. We could just use our car. We wouldn't be gone for so long, so we wouldn't have to worry about work. And it would just be more condensed to a few states.
So yeah, that was sort of once we did that tour and learned about this new rule and whatnot, that was sort of like all right, that re-changed our shape of how we were going to design this road trip again. And we kind of came up with one for this year and that we're going to run through here. And basically here it is. So we were going to start here in Chicago at in the middle of July 13th or 12th or something. I think I have leave on the 13th.
Yeah, like the weekend of July 13th, yeah.
Yeah, and around this time of year, there is a brewery out in the burbs called Sound Growler, and they're a metal-themed brewery, and they do a birthday party, and they have live music come out. Bongzilla was there the one year we went. The last couple
stuff, Yeah, you remember Bongzilla. I remember Wraith.
Yeah.
So it's just different what we remember.
Right.
Yeah.
And the last 2 years we haven't been, or the last year we weren't able to go because of scheduling and whatnot. This year we're not able to go because of this. It's the following weekend, but we are hoping that would be the start of this this tour, our tour here. From there, though, we were going to drive up to Milwaukee and see a show there, hopefully at the rave or whatnot.
Yeah. And we, again, didn't have anything booked for any of this because we were waiting for bands to announce. I think we planned this in December of last year, if I remember right.
So we were, actually, I think it was up in Wisconsin. We were, that death metal tour thing we went to. Where we went to Wage War in Green Bay.
Oh, really?
I think that's what it was.
Oh, that was a long time ago then.
I can't remember.
For some reason, I thought it was like in Denver. Anyways, that's cool.
Maybe it was Denver. I can't remember. I can't remember when we came up with this, but we wrote it all down and whatnot. Yeah. And if there wasn't the Sound Growler show, there's always shows in Chicago we could have gone to. Reggie's or something like that, right?
Yeah. We kind of wanted Sound Growler to really get out of Chicago because it's in Tinley Park. So
makes that a little bit further.
Yeah. So it's like actually leave Chicago and not be in the city.
Yeah.
Because it would be really weird to like get a hotel if we were in the city. But in our minds, going out to like Sound Growler would be better to get a hotel to start this off. So the next day though we were going to go up to Milwaukee, see a show there, hopefully at the rave or basically anywhere. There's a bunch of venues up in Milwaukee we haven't been to, like X-Ray Arcade I think is one of them, out by the airport. Hopefully we can make it out there sometime. From Milwaukee on day 2 we were going to we were going to take the ferry. We were. So there's
across Lake Michigan.
Yeah, there's a ferry across the lake from Milwaukee to, it's not Grand Rapids.
It's not Grand Rapids, but you drive from there to Grand Rapids.
Yeah. Did we put where it landed? No, we didn't. Oh, Muskegon,
Michigan. Yeah, and then from there, get off and drive to Grand Rapids, and then we'd see a show in Grand Rapids. Yeah. Hopefully, again, this is right around Upheaval, and they do after shows or pre-shows and stuff like that. Yeah. So we were hoping this would everything would line up is what our hope. Right. This was supposed to be a little fluid. We'll figure it out as we go, but this is sort of like the rough outline of what we were going to do. From Grand Rapids, then we were going to drive down to Detroit.
We were. Not
that far of a drive, but a decent drive. Yeah. See a show there. There's a Fillmore's down there. We haven't seen a show there. Yeah. We saw Metallica during their takeover in 2023, I think it was.
2023, yeah. That was a long time ago now.
Loved the city. We haven't been back. We even talked about going back. We haven't made it yet.
Yeah, we just haven't made it back yet.
But anyway, from Detroit, the next day we were going to drive.
Well, we were either going to drive to like Columbus or we were going to go to Ohio. So either Columbus, Cincinnati.
So I had Fort Wayne, Indiana was one place we could go to. Columbus, Ohio.
Right, because we could have went down and then done the circle or done the circle the other
Cleveland, Ohio, or Akron, Ohio. So this is basically like there's a bunch of, basically wherever a show gets announced that we want to see, this should be able to line up to where we wanted to go. Yeah. And that was day 5. That would have been the 16th. We'd see a show there. The next day, we would drive to Mansfield, which is our big festival that we're going to hit at. Yeah. Incarceration. Yeah. Which we are still doing this year.
We are. So we already had Incarceration booked, so we kept that.
Yep.
So.
And Incarceration, they have like a pre-show on that Thursday. So we're going to show up, do the Thursday pre-show, the camp setup. Then it starts on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, a 3-day festival. And then Monday, do the one drive home, which is like an 8-hour, 9-hour drive or something like that.
It's going to be a long drive. So that was the other thing that we didn't really talk about is I normally do the driving. So I didn't want to drive more than like 4 or 5 hours a day.
Yep.
Where I know bands can drive, but they normally have not normally. Some of them have drivers that can do it, but I didn't want to drive 8, 9, 10 hours to see a show.
So again, this was trying to somewhat get the experience of what a band goes through, but also a very cush experience.
Yeah, I was gonna say I wanted to be comfortable during it.
So we're not truly experiencing what a band feels, but the idea of drive to a city, see a new show, drive to a location, see a new show, and so on, like every single night. And again, it would have been cool to see a band, the same band, and basically just follow them around.
Yeah, that would be cool.
But at the same time, let's go out and experience different music, different shows. Right. If we happen to see a band multiple times on this route, cool. But basically, we had our days figured out. Like, we would leave on July 13th. On July 17th, we'd end up in Mansfield setting up our campsite. And then basically every single night there, we have a location. Now we just need to wait for somebody to announce stuff.
Yeah.
So every time somebody would announce with a July show, we were looking like, all right, where's this fall in? Where's this fall in? And we didn't get too far in picking the shows we were going to see because another show was announced in July. And when it was announced, I messaged you.
Yeah.
And I was like, so do you want to do the camping, like the road trip that we had planned, or do you want to go to England? And
exactly.
You didn't know what the fuck I was talking about.
I didn't, because I hadn't been on Instagram all day.
And I was like, we'll talk about it when you get home, because I told you, like, Black Sabbath, we'll talk about it when you get home. And I meant it as a joke, honestly. Because I was like, there's no fucking way we're going to England.
No.
Yeah. It's not going to happen. There's just no fucking way. One, it's going to cost a fuck ton of money. And two, like, there's no fucking way we're getting tickets.
Right.
So then tickets.
I think for me, it was more the tickets.
Yeah.
Like, money-wise, we could have figured something out. But tickets, I was like, there's no way. So,
Yeah.
and this all happened in February 2025.
Yeah.
And it was all quick.
Yeah. And like the money, figure it out as you go. Like, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, it's all right. Well, we got to start cutting things out. Like the road trip, the money we would have spent on the road trip now gets funneled into plane tickets. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because we're paying for hotels every time here.
And we had some hotel points, and we had some miles from our credit cards.
So when tickets went on sale, we got like the artist pre-sale code for Metallica is what I ended up getting.
Is that what you used? Okay.
And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to log in. And if we get tickets.
Mind you, this is like on a Tuesday or Wednesday at 3 a.m.
Our time, yeah.
Yes, yeah.
I think 4 a.m. technically. We woke up at 3.
We woke up at 3 because we wanted to be
get everything set
ready.
up and ready, logged in and whatnot.
Yeah.
So yeah, figured just try to log in and see what happens. And we logged in, we waited there, we got through the queue, and luckily we were able to get tickets for
even though we were like 4,000 in the queue, but then all of a sudden it just dropped. So
there were other people who were way further back in the queue and whatnot. So we were just extremely lucky to get tickets. And unfortunately, this trip then is sort of like, all right, we're not doing this.
Right.
We're going here instead. So I am a little disappointed we're not doing this road trip.
I know. I was excited for it.
I was too. I think last year we did our like year in review, and like we looked forward to the next year. Like, what are you excited for, or what are you looking forward to next year? And I was like, the road trip is what I'm the most excited for.
I don't think we actually said that at the end of the year. I think we just said we have something big planned for next year.
I think I said road trip.
Oh,
I don't
did
think
you?
I don't think we gave out any details around like we're going to incarceration or anything like that.
Yeah.
Because we don't like to announce ahead of time where we're going for some weird reason. I don't know why, other than the boat in Milwaukee Metal Fest. We say that all the time. So it's like,
so we'll definitely be on the boat and Milwaukee Metal Fest.
So I don't know that, but that kicked off the whole thing of buying camping shit. We put a vlog together for that. We're going to do a vlog when we actually go to incarceration, which I'm still super excited for because we've never been to a Danny Wimmer show.
Right, yeah.
And this will be our first, and I've always wanted to go to a Danny Wimmer.
And we've never done a true camping festival. Like, we went to Rockfest, which is camping, but we didn't camp. So this is the true experience.
Yeah, the true experience. And I'm excited for that too. So I'm still super excited for incarceration itself, but the road trip leading up to it is sort of like, oh, that would have been so much fun to do.
Yeah.
I still want to do this at some point in the future. And I'm sure we will at some point when it just lines up, but like we're already starting to plan out the next few years of like what we want to do.
Yeah. And we have some family stuff coming up too that we are doing. So it's not like it's all music related, but we have some big things coming up.
The trip in 2027 to Europe, I'm super excited for that.
Me too. I hope it works out.
I hope it works out too. And honestly, it's the same thing. We picked a location we want to go to, and it's basically like wait till a band announces in that area, and then we will buy tickets.
And then hopefully everything kind of falls in around that, because we kind of have an idea of like what we want to do in this area, and it all just kind of needs to fall together perfectly for it all to work.
We need a band to announce, and like the whole point is to go to see music, but to also experience the country we're at and the culture we're going to go to, but also we're going there for the music. So hopefully that works out. And same thing here, like I said, we would look at the dates as people would announce, but once we knew we were going to Sabbath in England, we were like, I stopped looking. So I don't know if this actually would have worked out.
I haven't looked either. To be honest, I haven't looked either. I know that some things have been announced in the mid-July period. However, I feel like it was all over incarceration weekend. So I don't know about the weekend before.
And the week before, right? Yeah.
And the week before. So it seems like everything is happening while we're in England for Sabbath or incarceration weekend. So I'm not sure how it all would have fallen together. But
yeah, I don't know either. So
we would have made something work, even if it wasn't like a big band playing at a venue we wanted to go to. Even if it was like a bar show or something like that, we would have made it work.
Yeah, just even house music at a bar, just a local band playing at a bar. Like we would have gone to see that basically.
Yeah.
So again, it would have worked out. We would have found a way to make it work, but
yeah, obviously we're super grateful and super excited to go to see Sabbath in England, but we are kind of disappointed that this didn't happen.
Yeah, definitely. And I like the structure we have now of trying to, keep it within a 90-mile radius and find cities around there. I think going out to, and maybe not ending in a festival. We don't necessarily need to end in a festival,
we don't need
but
to.
Going out west and doing a West Coast tour where you go to like Salt Lake, Vegas, LA, and then maybe San Diego. I think those are pretty close.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
But I think that'd be a cool trip.
Yeah, or
Vegas is a lot of fun to see a show. Salt Lake, we've never seen a show at. LA, I still want to get out to LA and just, like I said, experience all that shit.
Yeah.
All the history that LA has around metal and rock and whatnot. So I think that would be a blast.
It'd be fun to do like a West Coast, like Washington, Oregon,
Oh,
California, and like just do.
I wasn't even going that far up because that's a long fucking drive.
Well, no,
I know.
I guess what I was saying is like fly to like Seattle and
Oh,
then do
we
a
would
drive
definitely
down.
fly to that destination, rent a car, and then drive and then fly home.
Yeah.
Same out east, going to like Boston,
Yeah.
like going to Boston. I'll skip New York, but like
The hard thing out there is it seems like everything's either around like Washington, D.C., Boston, New York.
yeah,
It's not, at least what I see announced, it's not like within all the states around there. So it wouldn't be like hitting multiple states. It would be like.
yeah. I don't know. Maybe you can go to like New York and then down to Atlanta and then down to like Florida, like Tampa or something. That'd be a long drive. And then the Keys, go to the Keys and just see a Jimmy Buffett cover band down there. Like that'd be a fucking blast.
Yeah, that would be fun. Or end that as like your vacation.
Yeah.
Like at the end.
I don't know.
We'll do something like that eventually.
Like this structure can be used in different areas of the country to do and just follow, and even just following the same band. Maybe again, I don't want to. I want to experience different bands.
Necessarily want to follow the same band over and over. We've done that before, where we've seen a same band like multiple times on a tour, and I think I'd want to switch it up.
Yeah, it's fine, especially if you like the band.
Oh yeah,
right?
no, I'm not saying anything about
it. I'd follow Avatar around and see 4 or 5 of their shows for sure, but at the same time, like it's going to be the same show the 5th time, right? It's still going to be fun. Still going to be a lot of
Trivium, you could follow around and see who they say the
make sure it's the same city every night.
The biggest crowd is, if it's the city
keep Matt
before.
Honest,
like
he just changes it up.
Right.
I honestly think it's just changed up. Like, what city does this city hate?
Yeah.
Let's get the crowd rowdy.
Yeah.
That's what I think it is. But it'd be kind of fun just to follow him around and be like,
see what he says.
Fucking liar! That's not what you said last night. I don't know. Anywho, that was the road trip that hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, I think that's a good thing. The road trip that hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
Because at first we were like the road trip that wasn't or whatever, but it's like we'll do it someday. It's just
it will have. I really want to make this work someday. You're right.
It's just gonna be a few years now.
It's just gonna be a bit for sure. But anyway, short episode again. One of the reasons it's an encore episode. But yeah, that was the road trip that hasn't happened, and. Yep. We'll make it work someday, and until then, we're just going to keep seeing live music, and hopefully we'll see you out there.
Bye.